Hello everyone, and welcome to our Assassin's Creed Origins Let's Play. Today we continue our journey with Prisoners in the Temple. So we're actually going to start things off by doing a little bit of reconnaissance. It does look like this base is currently on high alert, so we're going to have to be very careful. As you guys can also hear, sounds like one of the prisoners is kind of crying out for help though, so hopefully we're going to be able to assist him in any way humanly possible, and ultimately we really want to help our friends. Looks like we have a couple of guys taking a nap at the moment. It is getting a little bit dark, so I understand that they're, pretty tired. See if we can grab this guy and throw him over the edge, though. Alright, buddy. Well, have a good fall. We'll see you next time. But let's climb all the way up here. We're going to have to be very careful with these guys. I don't know how easy it is to alert them, especially walking around in this brush. Alright, so we do have a guy over here. I'm going to see if I can kind of lure him in by whistling at him. If he comes over here, we should be able to assassinate him here real quick. Alright, so we have one target taken care of. I don't necessarily see anybody else lurking around, so I'm going to quickly go over here and free the prisoner.
Bayek? Is that you? Get me out of here! They've taken 4 other priests. I pray they are all alive.
Hide right here. When you are certain no one's around, get away from the temple.
Alright, so we have 1 of 5 already taken care of. I'm going to head all the way back down this side, and then we're going to do a little bit of reconnaissance to kind of figure out where everybody's all located. We definitely want to do this as stealthy as possible, considering that there are just so many guards lurking around. Alright, so we've located a few more targets. As you guys can see, we still got several infantry units kind of on the ground as well. I'm going to guess these guys are mostly archers, but obviously they're also going to have some swords and stuff like that as well. Then it looks like over on this side, we also have a few more infantry units as well. Nothing too crazy it looks like over here so far, but we'll kind of find out as we get working around though. Alright, so we've located at least 3 other little installations. I think I'm going to get out of that real quick, and let's start working our way over to these areas to free the priests. Unfortunately, they're kind of being captivated at the moment, so it's going to be in our best interest to free them, kind of let their message flow through Egypt, and ultimately, hopefully it'll work out in their favor, as well as just people's in general. So if I remember correctly, it looks like we only had 1 guard over here, but we also need to kind of be a little wary of that, because it's probably not the most accurate since we didn't spend a lot of time. Alright, so I'm actually going to sneak up behind this guy, hopefully. Looking like we're doing okay so far. Do a quick assassination, and hopefully we'll be able to move this guy's body. Alright, well, I'm not really able to move it, but I can get this prisoner freed in the meantime. Kind of leave that guy alone for the moment. Alright, so we got 1 more guard doing a little bit of patrolling at the moment, but as soon as he walks over here, I may consider whistling at him to kind of get him to come over a little bit closer. That would be so spooky. All of a sudden you're just kind of walking along, and then all of a sudden something whistles, and you just get dragged into a bunch of bushes. Alright, well, that guy's a little too far out of range. I thought maybe I could whistle at him and get him to come over, but not really having a whole lot of luck there. Let's quickly venture across the street here. Alright, if we can get this other archer to come over, we should be able to get this last assassination on these guys. I kind of had to spring into action there for a moment, considering that we just had a lot of units, and I was a little worried that possibly that guy might have found that body and alerted everybody else that's kind of around the area. So we had to make sure we took care of him as quickly as possible, though. We do have a guy that's currently patrolling the very front of this building, but I should be able to kind of maybe snipe him in the face with the bow, though. I don't really see another way to go about this outside of working on that, though. We're going to want to be very, very quiet here. I'm hoping when I pick this guy up that he won't start screaming. Those guys are definitely heavy sleepers, though, that's for sure. Alright, so we got 3 of 5 so far. Let's actually work our way over to this other area. Looks like we do have our final 2 guys that are over there. Alright, at the moment, they've actually been a little bit alerted. Not quite sure what that dude's striking at, but we're just going to let him do his thing, you know? Alright, we're looking okay to cross the street here, and we should be coming up on our last couple of guys. It looks like they're currently located behind this little wooden gate.
Is that really you? Thank the gods. We must stop this madness.
Hide here until you can get out without being seen. By the grace of Amun. That's all of them.